Charlie Munger, recognized as a businessman, investor, mathematician, meteorologist, developer, lawyer, husband, father, and philanthropist, possessed a paramount quality. He was a profound thinker. While his investment prowess and enduring partnership with Warren Buffett are widely acknowledged, Charlie Munger's legacy will endure as that of one of the most brilliant minds in history. His unwavering dedication to principles such as inversion, countering biases, and logical thinking, from learning profound lessons during the hardship of the Great Depression to receiving accolades from 40,000 individuals at Berkshire Hathaway shareholder gatherings, remains a testament to his approach to life. Throughout his journey, Charlie consistently upheld integrity, loyalty, and trust as fundamental pillars in all of his endeavors. Such was the remarkable life of Charlie Munger.
Charlie Munger was best known as Warren Buffett's right-hand man
and one of the richest people on earth.
I did not intend to get rich. I wanted to get independent. I just overshot.
It's pretty tough to overstate his importance to Berkshire Hathaway.
I would say that every time I'm with Charlie, I'll get at least some new slant on an idea.
He's credited with really expanding the way Buffett thought about investments, teaching him the importance of paying up for high-quality businesses.
We all knew Charlie for his wit, his Mungerism, so to speak.
What's the most important piece of advice?
It's so simple. Just get up every morning and keep plugging and keep learning, and it's amazing how it works out okay.
Charlie Munger, similar to Warren Buffett, hailed from Omaha, Nebraska, a small yet treasured town where he was born in 1924. Growing up in Omaha during the 1920s meant that Charlie's early years coincided with the challenging period of the Great Depression. Despite the difficulties faced, Charlie saw it as an opportunity for learning. Instead of being overwhelmed by adversity, he drew numerous tough but invaluable lessons from the people surrounding him, shaping the trajectory of his remarkably successful life. Guided by this crucial lesson from his early years, Charlie moved beyond his upbringing in Omaha. He enrolled in the University of Michigan, majoring in mathematics. However, with the outbreak of World War II in 1939, only a few days following Charlie's 19th birthday in 1942, he, like many young men of that era, left college to serve in the military. Joining the U.S. Army Air Corps, Charlie admitted that his military career yielded mixed results. During his military service, Charlie credited his time playing cards in the Army as instrumental in honing his business acumen. He remarked, "The lesson I learned was to fold early when the odds are against you, and in those rare moments where you have a substantial advantage, bet decisively." Subsequently, Charlie departed from the military, got married at the age of 21, and commenced his family life while pursuing a law degree at Harvard. Upon completing his studies in 1948, Charlie relocated his family to Pasadena. Though fond of Pasadena, little did he anticipate encountering one of the most challenging periods of his life. It was during this time that Charlie's marriage sadly disintegrated, leading to the loss of everything he held dear. Adding to his distress, he received the devastating news that his son, Teddy, was critically ill with leukemia. Charlie expended significant funds only to witness his son's worsening health. A year following his diagnosis, Teddy Munger passed away. Amidst this distressing period, Charlie found solace in meeting Nancy, whom he later married in 1956, marking a new beginning. Charlie proceeded to establish his law firm and practiced in the field for a considerable duration, yet he felt constrained by his profession. Simultaneously delving into real estate development alongside law, Charlie achieved notable success after completing 5 projects, amassing $1.4 million. It was at this juncture that Charlie decided to bid farewell to the legal profession and venture into the realm of investments.
The more independence I was going to have as a lawyer. I wanted my own money.
With a strong desire for self-reliance guiding his decisions, Charlie departed from the field of law and during this period crossed paths with a young man named Warren Buffett at a dinner arranged by mutual acquaintances in 1959, and an immediate rapport was established between them. Reflecting on their meeting, Warren remarked, "I realized shortly after meeting Charlie, within moments at the restaurant, that this individual would be a lifelong presence in my life. We would enjoy ourselves, collaborate in generating wealth, exchange ideas, and both strive to be better individuals as a result of our connection."
I met him in 1959, and we instantly became partners in thinking. I knew immediately upon meeting Charlie that we were in sync, and we've lasted a lot longer than I thought we would. But
Charlie, 60 years. Did you know at that first meeting that you'd have a partnership like this?
Well, I knew that we were on the same page. If two people collaborate in their own way, they're better off. Einstein would not have been able to do what he did if he didn't have various people to talk to.
It's more fun, too.
Yeah.
The ideas are better net, but it's also more fun.
Their synergy in investment was impeccable. It was Buffett who ultimately persuaded Charlie to depart from his law practice and transition into investment management. By 1962, while Warren Buffett was acquiring shares in a struggling textile mill known as Berkshire Hathaway, Charlie Munger joined forces with Jack Wheeler to establish Wheeler, Munger & Company, an investment firm holding a position on the Pacific Coast Stock Exchange. Throughout this period, Warren and Charlie maintained close contact, engaging in regular phone calls and frequent discussions about their investment strategies. Although the investment portfolios of Buffett and Munger differed in certain aspects, several similarities existed, such as both having stakes in retail store chains and their joint involvement in the acquisition and control of blue-chip stamps. Despite Charlie discovering his aptitude in investment management and obtaining a substantial capital base, there remained a lingering dissatisfaction within him. Feeling increasingly discontented with the responsibility of handling other people's finances, Charlie made the decision to strike out on his own. While Buffett had wound up his investment partnership by 1969, Munger chose to extend his involvement a bit longer, eventually closing his partnership in 1976. Subsequently, in 1978, Charlie Munger assumed the role of vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway. However, unbeknownst to Berkshire shareholders, Charlie had already exerted a significant influence on the company's success well before joining. For an extended period, Warren Buffett was entrenched in the practice of cigar butt investing, acquiring struggling companies at exceptionally low prices, hoping to derive one last benefit from them. It was Charlie Munger who advocated abandoning this approach and instead emphasized investing in high-quality businesses at reasonable prices, advocating for long-term commitment to these investments. And thus emerged the investment strategy of Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, emphasizing patience, seeking exceptional companies, and acquiring them at equitable prices. Their strategy began with blue chip stamps and then utilized the funds from blue chip to acquire See's Candies. By the close of 1981, Blue Chip's balance sheet net worth soared from $46 million in 1972 to $169 million. Additionally, Berkshire invested $45 million in Geico between 1976 and 1981, which burgeoned to $1.9 billion by 1995. Formally united, Buffett and Munger opted to consolidate their initial acquisitions under the Berkshire Hathaway umbrella. This marked the period when the effectiveness of the Buffett-Munger partnership became apparent. The addition of Nebraska Furniture Mart in 1983 and a $1.3 billion investment in Gillette, US Air, and Champion International in the latter half of 1989 cemented Berkshire Hathaway's prominent position in the investment sphere. A significant element contributing to Berkshire's success lay in its approach to management and shareholder treatment. Despite their substantial stock investments, Buffett and Munger favored acquiring entire companies. Rather than imposing their directives on the managers of these businesses, they maintained a hands-off approach, allowing managers the autonomy to run their operations as they deemed fit. Charlie Munger once remarked, "Our most significant contribution to the businesses we acquire is what we abstain from doing." This approach fostered a profound sense of trust between business managers and Warren and Charlie, creating an optimal operating environment unrivaled anywhere on the planet. They led by example in their wholly owned businesses, keeping Berkshire's overhead costs at a bare minimum, which further fortified trust among Berkshire Hathaway shareholders. Shareholders felt an integral part of Warren and Charlie's business family, fostering a sense of loyalty and community that paved the way for another remarkable Berkshire legacy, the annual shareholder meetings. In 1973, Berkshire conducted its inaugural shareholder meeting, which was notably different from the present-day gatherings. The initial Berkshire shareholder assemblies took place in the employee lunchroom of the National Indemnity Office. However, by 1985, owing to Berkshire's escalating success, the attendance had surged to 250 individuals. Fast forwarding another decade, the crowd size had swelled to over 4,000. Shareholders eagerly gathered to listen to the renowned investing duo, and akin to today's meetings, these sessions extended for hours, entertaining a barrage of inquiries from the audience. The unique camaraderie between Warren and Charlie effortlessly transformed what could have been mundane discussions about investment management into engaging, enjoyable conversations.
Anticipating a few questions on banks, I decided we should start using bank language here to describe and Charlie.
Well, shareholder meetings are known for being lightly attended, staid, and downright boring. This was anything but.
You can feel the integrity and the humility.
Over time, Warren and Charlie cultivated a bond with Berkshire shareholders, fostering a reciprocal connection. The annual Berkshire Hathaway shareholder meetings evolved and expanded continually. Now renowned as the Woodstock of capitalism, these gatherings attract approximately 40,000 devoted Berkshire Hathaway shareholders annually. By the mid-1990s, Charlie and Warren had transformed Berkshire Hathaway into one of the world's largest corporations. However, as the company expanded to colossal proportions, opportunities for lucrative smaller-scale deals dwindled. Munger once expressed, size eventually becomes a weight that hampers progress. Acknowledging the natural conclusion of their era of rapid expansion, the duo pivoted Berkshire's strategy, transitioning it into an impregnable financial stronghold while focusing on colossal acquisitions. In 1995, they acquired the remaining shares of Geico. In 1998, they added Gen Re, signaling the insurance businesses as the driving force for Berkshire Hathaway's future endeavors. Concurrently, they amassed a substantial cash reserve in short-term treasury bonds to shield against financial crisis, earning them the moniker of White Knights of Wall Street. Warren and Charlie became the trusted figures to rescue distressed major companies, renowned for their patient capital and adeptness in solving problems swiftly. Their esteemed reputation enabled them to negotiate exceptionally favorable terms in major deals, consistently pleasing their shareholder base. As time progressed, Munger gradually withdrew from active involvement at Berkshire, naturally reducing his communication with Warren. Having achieved substantial milestones in his life, Munger directed his focus toward philanthropy and personal ventures. He revitalized the Good Samaritan Hospital through a $21 million donation and made significant contributions to the University of Michigan Law School and Stanford University. Moreover, he re-engaged in real estate and architecture, notably pledging $200 million to UC Santa Barbara with a unique condition: to redesign an undergraduate dormitory according to his vision, featuring completely windowless bedrooms and common areas. Even in the 1990s, Charlie retained his position as chairman of the Daily Journal Corporation and continuing serving on the Berkshire Hathaway board as Buffett's steadfast companion until his passing. He faithfully attended Berkshire shareholder meetings, demonstrating his care and commitment to those who trusted him. Throughout the years, Charlie maintained remarkable acuity in his later life, actively engaging in interviews, podcasts, and various projects. His vitality at the age of 99 conveyed an endearing spirit. However, on November 28, 2023, he peacefully passed away at a Santa Barbara hospital. In a posthumous statement, Warren Buffett expressed, "Charlie's inspiration, wisdom, and involvement were instrumental in building Berkshire Hathaway to its current stature. On behalf of Berkshire shareholders, we thank you for everything, Charlie, and may you rest in peace."